Hi guys, what's up? I moved locations from my floor in front of my window to over here because I didn't want to sit in my floor today, but I also moved my makeup onto my dresser because I moved my anyway, it's a whole story. I don't really like this lighting. I don't like what it's doing, but I'm trying my best. Also ignore the fact that I have some acne happening because yeah, your girl is gonna start her period again. Another day, another period. Today we're gonna be talking about some real things. Some things that happened over the weekend, but also some things that the Lord has been showing me because yeah, I had a little bit of a scare this weekend. Not so much like blood sugar, not so much like physical, more like past issues that I have been letting go of, and they just popped up back into my life, and it's scary, it's cringy, it's honestly demonic. If you're not a Christian and you're watching this, I really hope that you stay throughout the whole video. I really don't even know what I'm gonna say. I'm literally just gonna let the spirit move. God obviously tells us whenever we are moving more towards him that we need to let go of a lot of past things, and I have really struggled with that throughout my entire life. Like, I'm that person that will hold on to grudges. I'm very much I will make sure that you suffer the rest of your life. Like, I'm that type of person. Sometimes that's not good. Actually, all the time it's not good. I don't know why I said sometimes. It's never good. It's never good whenever, you know, you're choosing to choose vengeance when it clearly says in scripture, like, vengeance is the Lord's. And I'm so glad I don't have to have that responsibility, because if I did, like, a lot of people would probably be dead. And yes, I am saying that on the internet. We as humans, like, our little violent streak. We like being mean sometimes. People are just weird. I'm just saying that as in, it is a human heart condition that we have to let go of ourselves, especially if we are Christians, if we do profess Christ, that we continue to move more towards him instead of falling away from him. There have been some things over the past 3 years that I am not proud of at all. I'm not remotely proud of. I just, over the past couple of months, last year I was saved in January, like, I actually, like, fully really started understanding who God was and what he did for me. Sometimes that's hard for people to fathom. It's like, oh, like, why would a good and loving God let bad things happen to me? Well, those bad things actually led me back to him. I grew up in a Christian home. I know I talked about this in my diabetic kind of 3-part story, and how I was saved a little bit, but I was in a really bad relationship like 3 years ago. And when the Lord tells you to let go of bad people who have done evil towards you, it's really hard to let go of them because you want to hold on to what you're familiar with. And it's something that I see like a lot in this culture, and it's like, it's really sad because you have young women stuck in toxic relationships, you have men stuck in toxic relationships, you have, you know, people in general just like stuck in these cycles of toxic behavior, of manipulation. And in all honesty, letting go is just really hard. It is. And it's even harder as a Christian because the enemy knows exactly who you're running to. Like, he does not want you to run back to the Lord. Like, he's like, no, 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 no. Like, we don't want that. And it's been all of 2024 was just really hard because I also had to learn, like, okay, like, you actually have to take care of your body. You actually have to take care of yourself if you're going to take care of your type 1. And then finding out I have celiac disease, and then I also have PCOS, and I have thyroid issues. Like, it's just all of the things that the enemy continues to throw at me because he wants me to be stuck and he wants me to be angry at the Lord. but I'm not angry at the Lord anymore. Like I am actually, let me be honest, do I get upset at the Lord and allowing him to have all of these autoimmune diseases? Absolutely. Do I ask the question why all the time? Absolutely. But through all of that, the Lord has showed me, like, you do not have to ask that question why. And right now in my Bible reading, I'm actually going through Psalms. Psalms is just such a beautiful book and reminder of how faithful David was. And I specifically like David's Psalms because he just shows how you can ask God questions all the time and you can ask him whatever. But if you don't believe in the Lord, you won't continually go to scripture and find those answers. And it was so funny because even though, like, specifically this weekend, I felt like I needed to open up Psalms 23, which it's a very popular psalm. It's very popular, but there's so much depth in it. And I really felt like I was going through another valley, like mentally. I was falling back into that trap. And I had to tell someone at work, because I work on the weekends. I told my manager, like, this is kind of what happened. And she was like, okay, like, hopefully we're gonna be busy all day. And we were, so then I wasn't in my head all day, which was really good. And then I got home and I didn't have to think about past situations, past relationships with people, past issues, things that I had done, and feel guilty over it anymore, because I haven't been feeling like that. Like, I actually have been feeling free and okay in the Lord. But the enemy knows, like, I'm going to, you know, you just deleted that ex's contact out of your phone. Just an example. You just deleted that contact out of your phone a month ago, but I'm gonna have them text you back again because I want you stuck in this pit. That's what the enemy wants to do to you. Like, I want to bring up past things to keep you stuck because the enemy doesn't want you to move forward into the future. It was just such a good reminder. And then yesterday I was reading more Psalms because I'm going through the chronological Bible, and it was kind of funny because, like, David was literally just, like, asking the Lord, like, why have you left your people? Why are you continually, you know, leaving your people to fend for themselves? Like, why do you keep doing this? He never says, I will figure this out. Like, I will do this, I will do that. He continually says, like, I will continue to call upon, like, the name of the Lord, and I will remember, like, what you've done for me, and I will remember what you did for our fathers, and I will remember all of the good things that you've done, and I will stay true because I know that you haven't left me. I know that this is a test of how I'm going to continue to stay the course. And sometimes that's a hard thing to wrap your mind around, because it's like, why does the Lord have to test me when he knows I'm a very weak human? Like, he knows we're weak. It's not a question. Like, it's very normal for people to realize that they're weak, and the Lord sometimes leaves us, quote unquote leaves, but he doesn't leave us. He's to see, how do I explain this? To show, like, how we need him, he kind of, like, backs off a little bit. It's kind of like with a parent, whenever they're, like, letting their kid have their first steps, the parent, like, backs up a little bit to see, like, how their child is gonna walk. And the Lord is just like a parent, where it's like, okay, you need some more assistance. Like, you need to, you know, have more. And that's why I think, you know, the Lord loves to use, like, children all the time, is because he's like, you know, you're still, you know, a child in my eyes, and I love you and I care about you, and I want you to really fall in love with yourself. And I just find it really beautiful that the Lord just is like, I'm gonna literally, like, take care of you. I think it's also really funny whenever, you know, like, sometimes you meet people and you know, you meet people, you talk to people, you're dealing with certain situations, and I have been in conversations with people and they're like, oh, like, you can't question God. And it's like, well, David clearly questions God. And that's kind of how I was, like, this weekend. I was kind of like, okay, God, like, why are you allowing, like, this person, this situation to come back up into my life? Because it's not good, it's not healthy. Why are you testing me with this again? And like last night, I did not sleep at all. Like I kept rolling back and forth. Like I was like, I feel like I have to figure out what's going on. And I knew that was the enemy. And I'm literally so tired right now. Like I am absolutely exhausted. But I knew that that was the enemy wanting me to not get sleep, because the Lord wants us to rest in him. And the fact that, like, I didn't get enough sleep, I have to work all day today, and I have to figure out, like, certain things, like, in my own personal life. Like, right now I'm kind of high with my blood sugar, and I'm like, the enemy is, like, attacking me from all sides. But what am I going to do about it? Am I going to choose to fall into it and get back into this cycle of toxic situation that I used to be in 3 years ago? Or am I going to choose to stay the course and be like, okay, like, this situation is removed from my life. I'm not going to keep these things. I'm not going to keep any past memories. Like I'm not going to remember you in a way that I always thought I was going to. I'm going to remember you as a lesson in my life, because what really brought me back to Christ was the toxic situation I was in. Some people don't like that. It's okay. Like, you don't have to like the fact that, you know, the fact that you were not a good influence on me brought me back to the Lord. Like, but sometimes things happen like that, and honestly, it's more common than what a lot of people would like for it to be. I just love going through the Psalms at this point in my journey and just seeing like how good the Lord is and how he just continually just like, it's okay to ask questions, because he wants us to ask questions. Like, he wants us to want to know more about him, and he wants us to rest in him and not be, you know, so bogged down with all the details. He wants us to go to his word, and he wants us to read and experience exactly what all humans have experienced. We've all asked questions. We've all asked why. And he wants us to keep doing that. Like, it's not a bad thing to ask questions. I actually ripped my palette. So, that was kind of a sad day. I have been really enjoying this kind of darker eye that I've been doing lately. Like, when I tell you I actually have been like obsessed over it. It's kind of a little bit of an unhealthy obsession. It's been a challenge over the past like weekend, because I've had to let go of a lot of things, and in almost every single season of my life, I've had to let go of people, of relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic, just people in general. I've always had to let go of specific situations. It's just a whole thing right now, because I like to be in control, and I know a lot of people like to be in control, and it actually like upsets me if I'm not, which is unhealthy. This is why I'm still single. I'm learning to let go of a lot of things, and even though it's taken 3 years to finally just be like, okay, like, I'm actually happy with myself. I'm happy with the way that I am, and you know, it really shows a sign of maturity, like just with my personal situation with type 1, and then I found out I have celiac. With celiac, like, type 1, I cried over it like for years, but with celiac, that just made so much more sense. It was like, oh, like, I actually have answers. I wasn't sad about that at all. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like, that makes so much more sense. So my doctor's office called me yesterday, and as you guys know, I went to the doctor's office last week, and yeah, got my labs back, and your girl is doing good. My testosterone levels are actually almost normal for a woman. Like, they were very high, and my vitamin D was like super low. So I've been going outside almost every single day that I'm off, and just sitting outside for at least an hour to 2 hours. But then I also take, it's called inositol, Ovasitol, I don't know. It's for women. Men can't have it, I'm sorry. But I've been taking that, and it has vitamin D in it. It has some other things in it that are good for women that have PCOS. And so my doctor said that was really good. Which, thank goodness she didn't put me on birth control, because I personally don't want to have to deal with all of that. Like, I'm not dealing with more side effects. Like, I already deal with a lot of, like, mental stuff. The Lord is good. The Lord is good. He is faithful. He is true. And I have to continue to stay the course, though. Like, it is not just oh, he's so good. Like, I have to continue to be, like, strong and willing to make changes in my life and to stay true to him, because not everything is about me. And I think it's so funny that we like to make things all about us, and then there's this heavenly God who everything is about, but he never points that out. Like, he points out, he's like, yeah, I created all this, and I'm here for you. But he never is like, I created all this. Like, he doesn't brag, because bragging is very, like, Satan brags. Like, let me tell you, he's like, bow down to me and I'll give you the entire earth. It's like, shut up. You're so stupid. I gotta get ready for work. Well, I'm almost done. I did my makeup, but I need to, it kind of looks a little washed out. The lighting here is like really weird, but like my lighting over here is like very normal. Cannot believe I have to like leave soon. Ooh, my lips are tingling because I put on that lip plumper, which I've been doing that. I've been putting on this lip plumper because obviously your girl gotta plump up them lips. And my light just went out.
Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry, my light died inside, so I am just now leaving for work. But, yeah, I just wanted to say that, the enemy will throw so many things at you, right? Like, as I was talking, my blood sugar started rising to 300, and I have not eaten yet this morning. So, the enemy has been attacking me a lot. I literally have no idea what's going on with my blood sugar. Like, I have no answers, and sometimes it's just like that, and sometimes I know it's because of something that I ate, but other times it is because the enemy does not want me to have a good day. And if I go high in the mornings, I typically won't have a good day. So yeah, the enemy has been really trying to like back me up into this corner, and I'm like, okay, like, could you please stop? It is okay to walk through hard things, but it is not okay to give in to what the enemy wants you to believe. Like, he wants you to believe that you are worthless, that you should fall back into sin, that you should be going back to those people that are toxic, and he wants you to just not move forward. He doesn't want you to live for bettering yourself, because the Lord wants you to better yourself. He wants you to be prepared for the future relationships you're going to be in, whether they're romantic or platonic. He wants you to be prepared for those. I know that the enemy wanted me to feel worthless this weekend. Oh my gosh, my face is like wet. That is crazy. Lord wants you to stay in a place that is good, that is healthy, that is growing you, and the enemy doesn't. So yeah, I'm like absolutely sweating right now, and it's hot. So I'm gonna go to work, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all the things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.